Welcome to this video. So until now, our chatbot interface could display messages, but the messages were not reaching the server. And in this lesson, we will connect the browser to Flask in order to see that JavaScript can send a message to the backend and receive a response. So first thing first, we are going to create a backend root in Flask. So what we are going to do is that we are going to open our app.py file, which is already open. And first, our Flask application needs a root that can receive messages from the browser. Now, over here in the importing line, we will import some further libraries, and we are going to import request so that Flask can read the incoming data and JSONify so Flask can send a response back. All right. So what we're going to do is that we already have from Flask import Flask. We have got render template, and now it's time for us to import request and JSONify. Save it. Now, next is we will create a new root which is known as chat. Now, where we are going to create a new root? After the main root or the default root that we created. Now we are going to create another root which is going to be connected to Flask backend. So this root is going to be known as chat, and let me just add a /. Now next, the method that I want in order for it to fetch the data is going to be the post method. So don't worry too much about it, that how it looks at the moment. So I'm just going to say post in capital, and that's it. Now next, I'm going to define the function, and I'm going to define it as chat. This is the name of my function, and then I'm going to add the data. So data is equals to request dot get underscore JSON, and that's it. So don't worry about the coding part. It's just very simple, and I will explain like what's happening in the code at the moment, but just focus on creating the chatbot, and an accurate and a fancy chatbot that is going to work absolutely fine. So next is user is equals to message. Now what user message is going to do it that this variable is going to do it, that it's going to get the message or get the data that we'll be entering. So we're going to say data dot get and then message and empty quotations. We can add whatever data we want. Now next comes the reply part. And it's going to say you said, and then the user message. There we go. Now what I want this root to return is the JSONify reply, and then the reply will be reply. All right. So let me show what's happening. So basically this method that we have used here is going to allow the browser to send data, which is the post method. And over here, what's happening here is that now request dot get underscore JSON is going to read the messages sent by JavaScript. Okay, and then we create a simple reply which is going to be stored over here. All right, as in terms of a message. Now JSONify, what JSONify is going to do is that it's going to send the reply back to the browser. All right, so first we are going to send a message, and then we're going to, the browser is going to send us a reply. This is very simple, and this is just a way of connecting the JavaScript to the Flask root. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to go to chat.js now, right? And this is our JavaScript. And now we will modify our send message function so the browser sends the message to Flask. So what we're going to do is that we are going to replace, now students should replace the existing function with what? Now the existing function is this, right? It's very simple. a function has been created, that is send message. This is the message input dot value of text is blank, then return this, otherwise show the message and message input dot value, right? Or add message, hello, I will connect you to Flask, right? Now this time we are going to remove it, and what we're going to do is that we are going to remove this add message. We're going to fetch from the chat root that we created. So this is the chat root that we created, and then we are going to add some more function into it, and then the method should be post. All right, this is the method that we are using, comma, the headers should be content type application / JSON. So again, don't worry about the code. This is just for your learning. And then comma, and then body JSON dot stringify, and then message should be equals to text. Okay. Now this part is done. Then function response return response dot JSON all right. Now what else? One more then, and then function data and add message data dot reply bot. Okay, so we are going to get rid of the extra. So let's understand what JavaScript is doing here. So first, it collects the message typed by the user. So if I'm typing any message on the chatbot, it collects that message. Now the fetch function right here, which we added, sends that message to the Flask root, which is the chat root. Now Flask processes the message and sends back a JSON response, right? So this is the content type, and this is the response that Flask sends. Now finally, JavaScript reads that response and displays it in the chat window. All right. So next, what we can do is that we can run our Flask server in order to see the changes ourselves. So I'm going to run it. All right. It says JSONify. Did you mean JSONify? We have to check if we have made a slight error in terms of our library. So let's just go back, and there we go. So it's not JSONify, it's JSONify. Okay, so let's just do that, and there is still an error. Oh, we have an error over here as well. So we're gonna say JSONify. There we go. And now let's just run it. All right, so I'm gonna say hello, and it said you said hello. So right now chat root has been created, and our JavaScript is connected with Flask. And you type any message in the chatbot, you will now see the backend responding instead of the placeholder text. So this confirms that our front end and back end are successfully communicating. So in this lecture, what we did was that we created a communication bridge between JavaScript and Flask. And in the next lecture, we will replace the temporary reply with the real chatbot response. So we'll turn our chatbot into an AI assistant finally. So I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and of course, keep practicing.